Hello, dear ones. Today I'd like to cover the topic of soul fragmentation. What does it mean? Oftentimes we have people reaching out to us based on their vibrational frequency analysis PDF. They want to know, what does it mean when we give them a report and it says soul fragmentation? So let's just kind of take a step back. Alejandro and I have done thousands and thousands of vibrational frequency analysis of people from all over the world. And I'm excited to share with you some of the most common findings that are linked to soul fragmentation. So to give you an example, most human beings incarnate at a certain frequency, and that frequency is usually above the frequency of 200. And oftentimes we see that people are born anywhere from 50 to 100. We're talking about frequency of this disconnect, disassociation, worry, and fear is the predominant emotion. And when we give the report, for many of you who have seen your reports, we give you emotions that were imprinted onto you that contributed to the frequency drop from incarnation to birth. And the other thing that we see in the report that we share with you is soul fragmentation. And then when we also analyze a person's lifetime, we look at the entire life through frequencies, through events and situations that occurred in each particular person's life, we tend to see whenever there's drops in frequency due to a specific event and situation, it results also in soul fragmentation. So the question arises, what is a soul fragmentation? So imagine, before you incarnate in this reality, you are whole and complete. Due to different events in our life, including when we are in utero, developing in this fetal stage, different emotions, different events in your mother's life, including what happens throughout your life, will contribute to what is called soul fragmentation. So imagine, this is the example I usually like to give, that you are like a mirror, and there's a heavy object that falls on that mirror, and you see shattering of the mirror, or cracking, I should say, but yet it's all still connected. So this is a great example of what soul fragmentation means, that in order to handle the impact of event, situation, or heavy emotions, oftentimes we disassociate or fragment from our totality to be able to cope with whatever it is that's happening in our life. Again, this doesn't mean it's a bad thing, it's a negative thing. This is part of our learning, our journey of remembering who we are. So one of the great exercises that I can recommend is doing a very powerful affirmation. And that is, I am whole, complete, and integrated. So that is part of, if you have soul fragmentation, which I believe almost every human being does, this is a great affirmation to connect to. I am whole, complete, and integrated. The other thing that you can do is you can actually pull pictures of yourself throughout different stages of your life and connect to that part of yourself, the little girl, perhaps the teenager in you, the young adult, and connect to those aspects to bring back any fragmented parts that you have disassociated from due to the difficulties and the challenges you had to deal with. So create this beautiful, sacred, you could say, ceremony to connect to different stages of your life. And again, claim it all back into wholeness through your heart, saying, I am whole, complete, and integrated. I hope this helps. Be well.